Peace, infinite waters diving deep once again. Can I take your order? Yes, I'll have a Big Mac, large fries, and a Coke. Transitioning from a meat-based diet to a meat-free diet. And on my journey, I had to make that transition a long, long time ago. And it was the best thing I ever did, because I realized that it just made me feel lighter. It makes me feel lighter right now. And I realized the correlation between what we eat is essentially what we become. We are what we eat, drink, and think. It's all interconnected. And a lot of people now on the planet are realizing the importance of nutrition, the significance of what we eat, and how it affects everything within our bodies, within ourselves, how we're nourishing ourselves, how we're healing ourselves. Essentially, food is our medicine. And the ancients always knew this. However, now food is part of instant gratification. So when we talk of transitioning to a meat-free diet, a lot of times people say, why don't you eat meat? And a lot of the times I tell them is because the universal law states, do not kill anything that you can't create. All life is sacred. Just because you are living in this 3D body, it doesn't mean that another animal, for instance a pig or a cow, is any less than you. Many of us, we've incorporated this arrogance, this air of arrogance into our lifestyles, where we feel that every other life form on this planet is our servant. And that is why we are suffering, because what goes around comes around. When we talk of slaughterhouse, if you actually look at the way animals are being killed in these slaughterhouses, it's no wonder that many of us are going through suffering, because what we do unto others is also being done unto us on an energetic level. And the fear, the pain that these animals are being killed in is also being transferred into the people who are consuming this flesh. Because nothing is ever destroyed in nature. There is no death in nature. Everything is transferred. Energy is just constantly being transferred. So when we're eating animals who have been tortured, we also become that torture. And a lot of the times, when we talk of transitioning and leaving meat, a lot of people try it and then they go back to eating again. They say, oh, it was too hard, or I can't do this. And some people just don't want to eat meat because they want to look good. They want to be lighter. And so everyone is doing it for different reasons. But essentially, the people that can stick with it are people who, it's not about a kind of fashion accessory. Oh, I don't eat meat. No, it's more of a lifestyle. It's a spiritual connection to everything we have around us. We're realizing that food essentially is information from the cosmos. Food contains information. So when you are eating a plant-based diet, phytonutrients coming from plants, you are essentially eating the plant. You're becoming the plant, which is pure light energy. The plant is storing sunlight, pure sunlight. Many of the animals that are being killed, what are they eating? They're eating grass. Many of them have a vegan diet. They have a plant-based diet. So essentially, why not go to the source? Many people who are consuming meat, and I know because a long, long time ago, this was my diet. I would go to KFC. I was smiling. I would go to McDonald's. I would eat fast food. And I suffered the consequences. However, being an alchemist and being a transformer, I transformed. But essentially, when we talk of what meat does to the body, our intestines aren't even designed to eat meat. Because we have very long intestines. A lot of carnivores have a very short intestine. So therefore they can digest meat. Look at the hydrochloric acid within our own body. We don't produce enough of it. That's why a lot of people, when they eat meat, it just sits there. I'm asking people, have you gone to the toilet? And they're like, no, I haven't gone in the last week. I haven't gone in the last 3 days. What? We're supposed to be going to the toilet every single time we eat. The same moment that you eat, the same day that you eat is the same day that it's supposed to leave your body. Actually, the quicker it leaves your body, the better. It means that it's been quickly absorbed into the bloodstream. So essentially, a lot of the meat we eat is toxic also. A lot of the meat is very old. It's maybe 2-3 months old, and this is what I came to do the research on. When people realize that it's full of parasites, worms, a lot of the meat we're eating is actually putrefying into our body and fermenting, therefore producing a type of alcohol. So we wonder why we are comatose and desensitized on this planet. Why are so many of us desensitized on this planet? Because many of us are drunk from the meat we eat, because it's putrefying and it's producing alcohol. So many of us are drunk. The aroma of many meat eaters, and I know because everything is coming from experience. A lot of the times when I changed to stop eating meat, everything changed. My aroma, my health, my connection to nature. More so, it's not about, because I want to be cool. This is more than that. This is about recognizing the sacredness of life in all forms. Because in essence, the source of life is expressing itself in different ways, through different animals, through us. We are no better than any animal on the planet. We are all having a different universal expression. So for me, whenever I was transitioning from meat, it was hard at first, but because I had that conviction, I had that drive, I had that determination, the enthusiasm to really become an alchemist and transform my life. And I haven't looked back since. Nearly a decade now. And for me, every day I'm developing more strength. It's hard, it's tough. You can't just say, okay, I don't want to eat meat, because a lot of us, we have withdrawal symptoms. A lot of us, we're actually addicted to the blood. The blood is the addiction. The blood, the flesh, the blood. Also the flavoring in the foods, the flavoring in the meat. It's done so nicely. So a lot of us, you can't just say, I don't want to eat meat again, because a lot of people give up. They say, well, it doesn't matter what you eat. But essentially, that's where a lot of people differ. When people actually see the totality of creation, people realize that universal law states, don't kill what you can't create. What goes around comes around. Infinite waters, diving deep once again. Stay well, stay healthy. Peace.